The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. To tell you the truth, I don't know whether we can defeat Cazador. Not unless we can figure out more about what he's plotting. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless we should get to the...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join power.
You're under attack. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Think you can take me on?
Victory awaits. Consider me intrigued. going to hold together much longer. I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Let's move.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Time to strike. I'm ready. Friend of guilt, you will be cleansed.
No, I'm not sure. Still on my feet. Never a dull moment.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
There's no time to waste.
I need you. Now. The skull. Come to the skull.
I've got a long road ahead.
Oh, a little respite does wonders.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Can't slow down.
Help me.
Yankee is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder.
You must be joking. I am. But if you insist on...
Nothing in your colourful existence to date could prepare. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight! Together, we can turn the tide.
Let me recite their demise.
Can't afford to let up. What should I do?
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Another day, another fight.
For Orpheus! Attacker!
Onward.
Taking position. Talk to me. Moving.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stilmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an elder brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense will be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia. It has become extraordinary.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life. If you let it, it will evolve you. just as the Emperor said. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. If the tadpole's essence courses through you, where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected.
You are. When your allies see what you can do, but we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army march. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain.
No one stopped me yet. Light on my feet. It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
Orpheus. Gith's only... It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set. It is Orpheus. The blood of the mother. The prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geist, Tiamat, the first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom... Yes, but should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build... We mean one, if a Githia...
must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and their nether stones.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
With haste.
But you'll be in a big...
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10-day, though. Oh, thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum. It's up there.
No coin and no food in front of the other. You're going to hire all the refugees.
I know that you won't, but you'll be in a big...
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Never allowed sweet things
Excellent
like
choice.
What's next?
Assume nothing.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Big, cozy bed soon enough.
You'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Never allowed sweet things right before bed.
Sometimes we'll make an exception. And start walking right now.
The investment to get me started.
Nearly there now. Up on the hill.
I see it. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
You've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, that you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Never allowed sweet things right before bed.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Can't walk. I'm sorry.
Very well.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
I see it. It's up there and we're
Seems
down
simple
here.
enough.
Welcome to Rivington, south Coast Way, north Worms Crossing.
For days. My feet
I know, little one, that you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
saying that for days.
If I was a showering lookout,
What in the hells was that?
please I'd wait around.
An earthquake, perhaps. Strong enough to rouse the dead, too.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
about honest
Saying that for days.
I know. Is it? But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
going to have to beat you.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. You want me to, buggery? Fine, they can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the Guild will hear about. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Now, see the city up on the hill.
It's up there. We're down here.
Get me started.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
There is so much wrong with that name.
Sweet things right before bed.
One time we'll make it.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need...
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labour and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone.
Think about
Nearly
it.
there now. You can see the city up on the hill.
We're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard there's an
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house big.
Thank the God. Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
That's curious.
Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be
Right
within
tool
its
will do
walls
the
than
trick.
without, Mark. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap. Watch how you go. There's a trap. Be wary. This place is trapped. Trap. Be cautious. Be wary. This place is trapped. Don't mind if I do.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be menacing us than right, Martha. At least here.
What's hiding here?
Learn to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
We'll have some peace now.
Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be with them.
There now.
Not asking for much.
The bastard's land under us.
Pyramid users. That's right.
Why were these particular red?
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is. Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji. Meat! Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. Well, when we zapped in, we didn't know there were religious zealots marching on the city. Slight inconvenience, that, but they're no threat to us. The Absolute's little murderers wouldn't dare. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No light.
Oh, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Oh, wait now. Let's not be too hasty, shall we? Welcome to the circus of the last day.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
Scummy ball bag, move!
Approach, ugly one. Yes, behold, Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin to win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot. No more questions. Spin or don't. Let us see if you have luck's favor.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas, no jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this. You dare speak to me as if we were equals? You are a scrap of food in my teeth. I am, however, feeling gracious, so I will forget this and allow you to... Behold!
Still alive. So that's progress.
Found only in the exotic place. Real wonders, W worthy. Come, see. Prices found only in the most exotic place. Some Dragon Ball. The wheel of wonders, W worthy. Come, see. Akabi's wheel is close to... Come, mortals, and try your luck. Win prizes found only in the most exotic
All
place.
with the magic touch.
And for this. Let's get going. Broken. Think. Broken. Think.
Come, see.
One touch, and this will fall apart. Best be on my way. Here goes nothing.
Prizes found only in the most exotic place.
This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here until now. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion. You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor. Truth, a sword. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if you're...
It can't hurt, I suppose. Unless you embarrass me. Then you might find yourself hurting in a whole manner of ways.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender, so fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Shadowheart, an endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen, think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
Well put. Though I'll forgive a middling wine so long as the company makes up the difference.
Hear how your bond thrums with pleasure. Strong, vital, pulsing with affection. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
I would never.
There is hollowness between you, something brittle and strained. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right. You didn't do abysmally, I suppose. That's worth something.
Your bond is false, and I close your eyes.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. Oh, have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. Oh, your bond will not save you. He will wrap its cord around your neck and make you swing from it. When you find the lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
So Oren is a shapeshifter. How long should be watching?
Bring your love of power sports to NI and graduate in less than a year with the skills to become a technician.
He's just silent. He's just staring at him like he's a zoo animal. People are booing him.
I appreciate your faith in me, folks.
Don't lock yourself into it. What's gonna happen? What's wrong with you people? You don't know what real danger looks like anymore.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we close out season 23 with Conan O'Brien. He's an Emmy Award-winning talk show host who had nearly 3-decade-long run on late night. You can keep up with him these days on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, wherever you get your podcasts. And he also has a brand new travel show visiting Conan fans all over the world. It's called Conan O'Brien Must Go, and it's set to release on Max April 18th. Conan O'Brien, welcome to the show.
Sean, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I ask in good faith, how are you around hot sauce before we get started?
I grew up in an Irish house. And an Irish Catholic home in Boston. I never saw spice till I was about 52 years old. So terrible with hot food. I grew up on tasteless food. So this is a whole new experience for me. If you don't mind, Sean, I'd like to get a quick baseline read. I brought my personal physician, Dr. Arroyo. This is Dr. Arroyo.
Hi, how are you? Amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You don't have to talk to him, just to me. Just get a baseline temperature. What are we looking at?
97.8.
97.8. I run a little cool. Yeah. Also, been my doctor for about 25 years.
Yeah.
Where did you go to medical school?
In 1998.
Where?
Where?
Oh, out of state.
You should go.
Okay.
I apologize. Dr. Arroyo, he's not the best, but he's very affordable. Okay. All right. Getting nothing here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Is this what you got? I guess this is where you start, right? I don't fear your wings, man. Bring what you got, okay?
So the travelogue is
Can
taken
I keep
up.
these?
Go ahead.
A little
That's
meat
a good
left.
spot for him, yeah.
No.
So the travelogue has taken on so many different forms, from the anthropological approach of someone like Anthony Bourdain to the thrill-seeking perspective of a personality like Bear Grylls.
Yes.
How would you define comedy's role in the genre? Like, is it a hack being funny and connecting with new people and cultures?
I love travel, and my mission is that you learn nothing about the country. My job is that you know less about the country after I'm done than when I started. So that's why I love this new show. Max just let us go for it. And we visited a bunch of countries, and you're dumber. You're dumber after you see the show, but we had a lot of fun.
Was there anything intentional about releasing the show on your birthday? Or is that just a charming coincidence?
Thank you for doing your research. It was a total coincidence. HBO Max called us. Is it HBO Max or just Max?
I think it's just straight Max.
I can't get used to it. That's not a better name. Anyway, Max said, Max, that really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It is kind of personal because it's just like someone's name. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, I'm
exactly.
just picturing
Max, this said, hey, you're going to drop, I think that's what the kids say, on April 18th. And I said, hey, that's my birthday. And they went, huh. So I don't think it was anything intentional. It just happened to be my birthday.
Well, happy birthday to you, Cody.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Are you ready to move on here to sauce number 2 on that note?
Yeah, please, because that first one I got nothing. What's this? What kind of sauce is this?
So this one is called Smoky J here.
Smoky J.
Smoky J.
Anything I need to know about this sauce before I bite in?
I think the less you know, the better.
Okay. Okay, Smoky J.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean? No fees on checking accounts and no overdraft fees help me sleep at night. What's in your wallet?
I like this. So far, I am unfazed. Do you mind if I?
Yeah, no, go ahead. It's your
wanna have a bunch
jacket,
of-
your wings.
Thank you.
Take ownership from that
Thank
side
you.
of the table. Go ahead. How often do you show up on location somewhere, right? You get to a destination and your first and immediate thought is, how the hell am I going to make this funny?
Often. That's 70%. 70% of the time. And what I call it, I talk to my head writer, Mike Sweeney, and I say, you've brought me to a comedy vacuum. There's nothing here. There's nothing. Once we were doing a shoot in Finland and I was in the Arctic Circle and I was standing on a tundra, and in the distance about 400 yards away were some reindeer, and my producers just said, and go. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do, improv with a sheet of ice? But in those situations, sometimes when you think it's going to go very badly, it goes well. Sometimes you think, oh my God, I have it made. This is the perfect remote, and you can't get anything. So it's always going to a Vegas craps table. You never know. Again, it's called Hot Ones. What the fuck's going on? This is nothing.
I'll remember.
You got nothing.
I'll remember these words.
Conan's gonna get. He's gonna have a hot. This isn't even. I've yet to had any spice at all.
And you know what? I've got a little eye watering. I think you're gonna
I think
teach
that's because
me.
you're meeting your idol.
I think
that's what's happening. I get that from just about everyone in your demographic.
Right.
Conan, oh, their eyes got tear up.
Yeah, go ahead. There you go. Got 3 in there.
Yeah.
So on a late night show, when you see the host toss a commercial, right?
Yep.
And then they lean in and they talk to the guest with the mics cut.
Yeah.
Is that usually like a real chat? And if so, what are some of the go-to
It depends
topics of
on the
conversation?
host. In the old days, back in the days when I was doing it, and there was just a couple of us, oftentimes there wasn't much chat. Really not much at all. You know, if you were talking to a letterman, he wouldn't say too much. The other guy, you know, I don't know where he was, but I always tried to make something happen. I tried to keep the rhythm going. And sometimes if I couldn't get them interested, I'd try and say something provocative, like, I bet you live 4 more years tops. And you could see them get a little rattled and the band would be playing. But I just wanted to keep them alert. But I remember I said that to B. Arthur, and I was right.
B. Arthur? You
Yeah.
said that to B. Arthur?
Yeah, I said 4 years tops. And it was 3 years, 11 months.
The sands of time.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I know you, this is important for me to say. I've watched your show. You are a very good interviewer.
Thank you.
And so without this, I mean, this is fun. I like this, and I get why you guys do it, and it's really fun and it's compelling. But you are a very serious interviewer. You take it seriously and you ask really good questions. So
thank you.
I'm very impressed with your dedication to it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll cut that out. I won't make it in. No laughs there. What is this called?
This is Los Calientes Verde.
Okay. Los Calientes. Okay,
Mhm.
very nice. Dr. Arroyo.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a baseline pulse here.
Yeah.
It's starting to race a
Oh,
little
sure,
bit.
sure.
But you're
Is
just
that
choking.
typical?
You're just choking.
So sorry.
No, you just feel for the pulse.
All right.
You've been with me for a long time, but
It's there.
okay. He's very good.
I can
Very
tell.
inexpensive.
I can tell.
Yeah, he has office in the desert.
What do you think is the most annoying trait or thing a guest can do when appearing on a talk show?
The worst thing a guest can do is tell the audience it's not going well. I've seen it happen many times. It's an amateur move because the host can do a lot to let people think it's going great, even if it's not. that there are many things the host can do. The host can be enjoying. The host can act a little bit. The host can do things. Audiences want to see a good show. They want to see a good interview. And I was always amazed when someone would come out and they'd be doing okay. And they'd make a couple of jokes and it's fine. And then they would just go, and they would look right out to camera and they would say, this just isn't going very well, is it? And you could feel, I would look out at the audience, maybe 200 people sitting there, and I'd see 200 souls leave 200 bodies and float up through the ceiling because they were just told they were not getting a good show.
Right.
No, that's not show business. Show business is you're getting the greatest show in the world. I don't think there's a wing here that I can't eat like it's ice cream. I seriously, I don't think there's a wing on this table that I cannot devour like it's cool whipped cream on an August afternoon, okay?
You're like a Ric Flair cutting a promo right now.
Exactly.
Right? That's the energy that I'm picking up on. Yeah, you're really challenging the wings over.
Dr. Arroyo, please, could you step in? My pocket's getting full.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Is there a most harrowing encounter with wildlife that you can recall from all the times that you had animal experts on the show?
Yes. It happened during the Turner phase of my career. We had someone who brought a lot of animals on, and one of them was a water buffalo. Massive beast. And I'm standing next to it, and I said, well, I don't even know what we do with it. And someone, a producer, just said, well, just hop up on it. I'm in rehearsal mode. So you just do what you're told. And as I'm getting up on it, Andy said, don't get on that. But of course, I never listened to Andy.
You got to commit to the bit.
So I get up on the water buffalo, and as my ass hits the water buffalo, beast this size, it freaks, it tosses me up into the air. We had it on camera. I go up, and I come down on my hip on a cement floor. And as you know, in a studio, cement, it's poured concrete so the cameras can roll. So I bounce off my hip. It really fucking hurt. Water buffalo makes this bellow, charges, everyone runs away, all the cameramen run away, takes out a camera. Camera people are scrambling and slips and falls, then gets up and looks at me. I am lying on the floor. I jump and I run in the other direction and leap over the talk show couch. I had a hematoma on my hip that was so big I couldn't get my jeans on or off. So they had to cut me out of my jeans. It was this giant. And I just kept thinking, why? It's because you do a show every day. You get into the let's go, let's get this thing going. And I'm there and I'm just thinking about next thing. And a voice just said, hop on. And I did.
False sense of security.
Just
the rhythm of the show.
Absolute idiocy. But I lived to tell the tale. And the water buffalo and I made amends. We're good now. Great. Fantastic.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know how else to promise.
I know you might be running out of pockets.
No,
thankfully you do have a lot of them.
That's okay. We got pockets.
Do you take any kind of perverse pride in the sheer number of hours of television that you've created?
I was never that excited about volume. To me, it's whether it's good or not, or and so to me, it was much more stay focused on. Let's really try and keep trying to make something that's really memorable and will stick around, and then get back to it.
And what I'm interested in is how it looks in the rear view for you. Like, does it all fit neatly into distinct eras, or is it all kind of a blur?
I would say there are eras. There's the early era in 93 to 95 where I'm living in sheer terror all the time because I'm waiting for a phone call any second that I've been canceled. So that is a real era. That whole run, Rockefeller Center, feels like an era. All the craziness I went through in 2010 is a distinct chapter. Turner is a distinct chapter. Getting to do the podcast, which I love. Sitting down and getting to talk to somebody for an hour is such a joy after almost 3 decades of, that was great, thanks a lot. Okay, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. That I loved it, but I love this a lot.
Different kind of muscle.
It's different now, and I love trying this. And then with this new Max show coming out April 18th, I just like that we're really getting the resources to do one of these the way I always wanted to do it. So, I would say they look like very distinct, separate times. Oh, my hands are all, hold on a sec. Dr. Arroyo.
Multifaceted, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Whoa.
What's gonna happen? What's wrong with you people? You don't know what real danger looks like anymore.
Incredible.
No. So, my question to you is there a point when these get warm? Just a little bit warm? Anything at all?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Is it true that while writing at SNL that you would sometimes go downstairs to Letterman's 6A studio and then write material from his desk at the studio?
I would sit. They had like a covering over his desk to protect it from any asshole. And so we were, our studios were at 9, and I would go down to, he was in 6A, which is the studio I eventually took over, but I didn't know that was going to happen. And I would sit at Dave's desk, and I had Dave's perspective, and I would sit there and I would work on a sketch. And then this crazy situation develops, 1 in a billion chance where I get a chance to audition for that show and then get it. But if you had told me that when I was sitting behind Dave's desk as a Saturday Night Live writer, I'd have said there's no way. I'd have also said there's no way there's ever going to be a Charlie Rose show where you eat hot wings. But I would have been wrong both times.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. You can't predict the future. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Connect the dots looking back, never looking forward. When you took over that 6A studio, did you see any remnants of the old guard? Were there like pencils stuck in the ceiling or anything?
No,
like
because they put us in different offices. So we were not in Dave's offices, but we had his studio. There weren't remnants, but there were physical remnants. There were people. There were camera people. There was this guy, Bailey, who was a cameraman who had been with Dave the whole time. And so he was our cameraman. I'll never forget that we kept coming up with these ideas that were much more, involved a lot of running around. I was kinetic. Robert's kinetic. The writers we hired were very kinetic. I had just turned 30. So all my ideas were, I've got an idea. I start running and the camera's running with me and I jump out the window and the cameraman jumps too. And Bailey, who had been there probably since the 50s and was used to watching, shooting, I don't know, some
Edward R. Murrow.
Edward R. Murrow smoke a cigarette down to the filter. No filter. It's Edward R. Murrow, goddammit. That's what he was used to. And then suddenly I'm here saying, I've got an idea. Bailey, we're going to put rockets on your feet. And you're going to fire you down the hall. How old are you, Bailey? 77. Yeah, it's going to be fun, Bailey. Fun. Arroyo, por favor. My hands are very slippery. Was it a 4-year medical school?
It was supposed to be.
There you go.
Did you ever graduate? He's gone.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Come on, man. Are we doing this or not?
Yeah, no, I'm with
you.
you.
Are we doing it or not?
No, I'm on the same page.
What's the point of even being alive if we can't do this?
Right, now I really do feel alive. I do feel alive.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I might hiccup through this whole thing.
Yeah. This one, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this one.
A little tremor.
It's just starting to peek through, I'm feeling a little bit.
I can't stop
There's a little bit of a burning, but not much.
Which U.S. president do you think would be the best podcast guest on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend?
See, you tried to talk.
Yeah.
But your lips have been paralyzed, and what I heard was,
I got that out. I think maybe you're having a problem.
No, I don't think it's all right. I think everyone in the studio will agree.
Which U.S. president do you think would make the best podcast guest on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend?
Do they have to be living?
No, of course
Richard
not.
Nixon.
Nixon?
Oh my God, it'd be fantastic. He's such a comedy figure. When you think about it, Oh, boys, and we could get into water, and then he would try to be funny, like, I've got a funny idea. You know, it would be fantastic. The voice alone, I would have to say, probably Lincoln. Can I just take a second and say this is starting to hit? I think, no, yeah. Can I just say, I don't have a lot of regrets in my career. Pouring this onto the wing.
Right.
And then licking it off.
And
in retrospect, I bet you it's good footage.
No, yeah, it's good.
But,
it's good TV.
I'm starting to feel some sensations.
And you know what, Conan? If you weren't so braggadocious in this front half, I probably would have stopped you from doing that.
No,
you know, I would have
can't.
protected you from yourself.
You can't stop me from being who I am.
That's exactly right.
To quote my hero, Popeye, I am what I am. Okay? I said it and Gandhi said it. And Popeye, that is who I am. I've got to go for it. Whatever I do, I have to go 110%.
I know, you got to commit to the bit. Got to commit.
It's not a bit. This is life.
This
is
show
this a bit to you?
This show's a fucking
Because it's not a bit. It's your show. Don't say commit to the bit. This is life.
Right.
You got to grab it by the balls.
No,
Dr.
you know what?
Dr. Royal, would you check on my friend here? Just get a quick test.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not good? Do you have anything beyond that?
No, he's...
Okay, I'll just take you at face value on that. Not good?
Yeah. He's not a good doctor. He's an affordable doctor.
Do you have a favorite mediocre president?
Well, that's a good one. Mediocre president? That's so mean. I'm going to go with Warren Harding. Okay? Good-looking guy. He was in the Oval Office like 3 days, and he wrote on a note, I am not fit to be president. This job is too hard. And then to solve matters, he takes a train trip and dies mysteriously because he ate some bad lobster. So you got to give it up for Warren G. Harding, in my opinion. Right? Don't you think?
No argument there.
Yeah, he knew he couldn't do the job and said, you know what? Has anyone got some lobster that's been out too long? I want to eat it on a train where there's no refrigeration. And that's what they did.
It's really extraordinary being surrounded by such scale.
We'll do the first season justice, I hope. It's good to be...
Don't do it.
Don't do the sauce? What's on the sauce? I can't get this open.
There we go.
And a little bit of this on it?
Yeah, go. I'll join you at the...
That's the sound the Three Stooges used to make when they were doing anything destructive. Everyone watch the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Mistake. I want to announce my mistakes up front.
Go ahead. This is not a mistake. Nothing about this is a mistake. Every step of the way, intentional. Incredible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Someone save me. Oh my God.
Oh yeah! I've never felt that high.
I love it. I love it. Me too.
I'm
right
erect
here.
for the first time in 15 years. This is to you.
Hey, to you.
Call the wife. Okay, yeah, you got it. I mean, at this point, what are you going to do? This is, tell us what we're eating here.
So this is the Last Dab Experience. It is made with almost pure Pepper X. Oh my gosh. I got to join you at the party. Going out with a bang.
You got to go. Isn't this the season finale?
You're exactly right. There needs to be a fireworks display to close things out.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
I'm ready. Oh my God.
You say this is pure pepper?
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing here. There's no insulation. There's no safety net.
No. Straight concentrated pepper to the dome. Incredible. Incredible.
I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting it.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I feel?
No.
Is it going to hit me now? It's going to hit me soon, right?
It's got a build on it.
It's got to build. It's starting to build right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's building.
Yeah. And it's kind of not going to stop.
No, it's not going to
But
stop.
that's okay. I got a little bit of a wind-up.
Yeah, it's coming fast.
I know.
It's coming fast.
We're approaching the peak of the mountain here. But Conan O'Brien, the good news is that's a wrap on our lunch date with the Wings of Death. We're here about to drop.
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fucking fine.
I'm not
you didn't come
questioning
up
that.
with one
I'm not
wing that
questioning
had
that.
any effect on Conan, because he's here to stay. Ah, woo! Ah, woo!
If you were crafting a curriculum of a comedy survey course, can you give us one book to make sure that your students understand that the building blocks of comedy are not at all new?
What are you going to read? Read widely and read well. There's comedy in the Old Testament. There's comedy in the New Testament. You can read all kinds of stuff. Just don't lock yourself in to it's got to be some comedy from the last 10 years. No, there's great comedy out there that was written a long time ago. What's funnier than Don Quixote, Sancho Panza? You know, this is good stuff. The classics are funny. You know, you can read Chaucer's tales. They're funny. There's funny everywhere. Don't be a snob. Look high and look low. A Mad Magazine is funny. There's funny stuff online all the time. There's no reason for us to try and exclude one category over another. These aren't the rantings of someone who's had some bad chemicals and overdid it to be funny and relevant to people who are at least 50 years younger than him. This is a guy who's just being on a show, and it's legitimate. So I say here's to you, Sean. You're a great motherfucking host.
Right back.
And I'm glad I'm here. And I'm glad we had a great time. And I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Wise words from a wise and stable man.
Yes,
Conan
from a man
O'Brien
who's doing
taking
everything
on
he can
Wings of Death
to be on the show that everyone young wants him to be on.
Just barely, and now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
I have a show. It's on Max. They used to call it HBO, but people found that too popular. So now it's Max, because that really rolls off the tongue. And it's a funny show. 4 episodes are going to drop at me going all over the world. You can check it out April 18th. That's right. My intestines have turned into acid, and I can still remember the plug. That's a professional. If there was a mic drop, I'd do one. But I do a wing drop. April 18th. Check it out. Dr. Arroyo.
Oh, God.
Huh? Yeah, it's not good. That's dead either.
You're not a doctor, are you?
I should be.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Was he going to tell you what it's at?
No, he doesn't even understand the numbers.
It's up 2 degrees from when the start of the show. No lie.
That's the info I was after.
I love how you ruined me, but saved your suede jacket.
Well, I literally just bought
I know. I don't. Trust me.
literally
I love
just
that jacket,
bought-
and I do not want to get any money.
You know the jacket.
I admire a guy who hosts Hot Ones and wears beautiful suede. Oh yeah!